Irish Red Ale gets the raw end of the stick as far as I'm concerned as a beer style. I know that beer geeks out there are dying for the likes of brown ales to become really popular, but what about the sort of ubiquitous, I guess, red ale style, which is, you know, synonymous with Irish brewing and Irish brewing history, but we see sort of red ale scattered about everywhere, but it gets lost in this haze of New England IPA and all of the really more fashionable, up-to-date styles. So here is a beer that I tried last maybe 3 years ago now. It seems like it's a long time. I'm just warming it up because it's coming out of the fridge only 10 minutes ago. Can is really cold. It's got caramel malt in it and bitter orange is what it says. It's called Sunburnt Irish Red Ale. It's from 8 Degrees Brewing from Mitchelstown. So Sunburnt Irish Red Ale. Like an Irishman on holidays in the Canaries, this beer has a red glow with a chilled out mellow feel. Okay, a traditional Irish style with a twist, a distinctive caramel notes. Is balanced with a bitter orange hoppy aroma. Goes really well with roast pork lamb burgers or a venison stew. Not really had venison stew recently. And don't miss the chance to try it with an Irish washed rind cheese. But beware, keep out of direct sunlight. Okay, so a bit of a fun spiel on the back there. Let's get it into the glass. I'm using one of my absolute favourite glasses right now, which is the Willie Becker from Hope. It's their pint glass. This glass actually is just so stylish. I'm just going to pour the whole beer in. I can normally just pour a bit and then swill it around, see what I can get on the nose. But for this glass, I mean, they have got a really beautiful colour going on here. This is a proper amber coloured red ale, but it has lots of red hue to it when held up against the light. So there's a lot of like coppery tones, a bit amber. There's a little bit of sunburnt orange, shall I say, and on the sides. But what it really kind of reminds me of is a lot of the pints of bitter back home in England. And I guess the style is very similar. But what the Irish did is put in their little twinge of roasted malt. And it gives it that red hue. And it gives you that ever so slightly roasty bite in the back note of this beer. But anyway, it looks absolutely superb, I have to say, in the glass. I mean, that looks really inviting. It makes kind of a change to see from a lot of other beers. There's ever so fine sort of like 90% sort of clarity, slightly off-white head and half a finger head of foam. Cheers, Sláinte. Oh, interesting. I feel like I'm getting hops on the nose, which is interesting. Yeah, a bit of citrus hops on the nose. Maybe there's a bit of bite to this. Yeah, definitely hops on the nose. Wasn't expecting that in a traditional style red ale. But there's a little bit of malt going on in there as well. A bit of caramel malt. Cheers, Sláinte. Ooh, well, that is, I mean, it's 3 years since I had it last, so I want to say that's totally different to what it tasted like the last time, but maybe I've just forgotten. This is really interesting. I was not expecting this flavour. All right, so there is a decent amount of hops in here which have gone and melded. There's a bit of interplay with the malts to give that kind of orangey marmalade sort of effect going on. I think I think what they've done here is they've got bittering hops in there. They've maybe got a flavour addition at 30 minutes and at 20 and at 10 or something like that, because there's flavour in them from the hops that's intermelded with the malt, and it's really, really enjoyable. It's minerally on the nose. There's ever such a light dusting of bitterness going on. I'd say about 15 IBUs of bittering going on, or something along that range. But it's really, really nice. I think they've really refined this beer. The caramel malt is there, and a nice toffee sort of, there's caramel sweetness, but there's a smoothness of toffee going on in there as well, which is ever so slightly different to caramel. Really, really enjoyable. I don't remember tasting a red ale quite as good as this one in quite a while, I have to say. I'm really surprised at this. Huge amounts of like biscuity, toffee, almost a little bit fudge-like. And then there's this kind of soft bittering going on in here as well, and a bit of orange. There's like a marmalade kind of bittering hop going on in here. Really enjoying this. Absolutely full of flavour. And when you just give it a quick spin under the nose, the toffee comes flooding out. Absolutely mountains of it. It's really, really good, this beer. This is really, really, really good quality. I would strongly urge you to get this 8 degree Sunburnt Irish Red Ale. I actually think that's fantastic. It's 5%, and absolutely tasting really, really bang on perfect. Yeah, mouthfeel. Mouthfeel is like medium with a lingering toffee and lingering slightly oily, but mainly orangey marmalade, cooked orange, sort of appeal to the hop character. The aromas are really nice. The appearance is fantastic. The flavors are absolutely, they're just fantastic for the style. Mouthfeel, I really like it. I'm actually thinking this is a really, really, really well made beer. Wow, fantastic. That gets a real big thumbs up from me. I'm going to take this one inside and finish this beer. But my view on this brew is go and get this beer. Go and get this beer and give it a try. I don't remember it tasting that good. I mean, all breweries change their beers. They tweak them the whole time. A lot of beers start off with XYZ hops and end up with ABC and, different malts in completely different beer, you could say. But this one feels like it's had a real good makeover. I'm loving that. And maybe it's just because I haven't had, a decent Irish red ale with a bit of, toffee and a bit of hop going on in there as well in quite a while. Loving the colour, love everything about this beer. Fantastic. Cheers, Sláinte, and it's on to the next one. Bye-bye.